Hey you guys, welcome to the Tuesday Night Tips from the Top call. We have Jill Renfro with us tonight. Super excited to hear from her. So she's going to share her story and some of her top tips with us. Go ahead, Jill.
All right, friends. Okay, I have to do a disclaimer for myself. First off, if I get kind of glitchy, it's because I live in the country and the wind blows. And when the wind blows, we lose Wi-Fi. And then second disclaimer for myself, I am not I'm just going to pat you sugar type of girl. I step on toes a lot. So if I step on your toes, just go ahead and get you some Band-Aids and put them on and just hold on tight, because I don't do the whole pat, love. We're just all going to just sing rainbows and gummy bears, because that's not the true life of where you're wanting to go and in your dreams. And so I give a lot of tough love. I was raised by a single Southern mama, and all she preached was tough love. I taught third grade for a long time, and I taught in Title I in the state of Texas, which means I taught children who were under poverty level, and they don't function on pat. They function on tough love, get your crap together and do this. So that is just kind of who I am. And so disclaimer of that in the beginning, I am never, ever, if you knew my heart, you would know I'm never meaning to be rude or condescending. I come out of love, but I'm sometimes too bold to a default, and that can be my strength and my weakness at the same time. So the disclaimer all the way out there anyways. But if you don't know who I am Jill Renfro, and I'm from Texas. I'm from a very small town. My husband and I live in a town with about 250 people, and I am a retired school teacher at the age of 27. I'm 28 today, but I walked out of the classroom at 27. And my husband was working in the oil field in the state of Texas, and he was able to walk away from that in January of this year. So it's almost been 1 year that he's been done with the oil field, thanks to Plexus and what it has done for us and our income and our life. So I'll give you a little bit of a backstory about me so you know some stuff, and then we're going to just dive into some tips here and hopefully gear to your needs and what can hopefully make y'all successful. So I am young, very much young. I know that. So some people will be like, I can't relate to you because you're so young, or I can relate to you because you are young. I'm 28. And when I found Plexus, guys, I was just sick and tired of starting over. That's all that it was. I had gained weight after my wedding, and then a few years had passed and the weight was still there. And it was kind of like I'll start Monday kind of girl. Every Monday I was going to start, and we were going to clean out the pantry, no more cereal, and we were going to just get it together, and we were going to eat lettuce. And when you're married to a Southern oil field man, it's steak and potatoes, that type of thing. And so that's where we were. And I found Plexus, and the person that I had joined under was actually my sister. And she said, hey, I found the road to skinny. And I said, sign me up. I didn't care if this product was going to make me grow 4 arms. I did not look at anything in the product. I said, sign me up. I'm game. I'm in it. Because at this point in my life, I had already tried Shakeology, Beachbody, Advocare, 21-Day Fix. I had done all of those things, and obviously kept starting over, so nothing was really working. Within a week of Plexus, I found out I loved them, and the rest is history from there, and I started promoting the products. I didn't care. I wasn't in it for a business. I love teaching. So that people that I had, like, oh, she might have left teaching, she must hate it. No, I love teaching. Love every bit of being in front of a classroom and watching minds grow and working one-on-one. And it's awesome that I still get to do that today with Plexus, because here I am on a Tuesday night teaching. So I love to teach. But teaching in the state of Texas, probably in the same of Arkansas, does not pay very much. And it became to a point to where I was so tired of working so dang hard. I had poured my heart and soul into those babies that were not mine. And Saturday school, after school tutorials, before school tutorials, I'm doing everything. And I'm going, how would I ever even have time to have children of my own? Like, oh my God. And my husband traveled a lot. He'd get a phone call and we wouldn't know if he'd be gone for 2 weeks, 6 months. We don't know. And that's what made our income and our life stable, was the oil field. And right about the time when the oil field started crashing, right about 2 years ago, I just felt like I had an epiphany, and God say, like, Jill, I have blessed you with Plexus. Like, things are going to be okay. Work this business. You love the products. Do it. And I did. And I shared boldly and proudly. And within about 16 months of sharing the products and being on the products, I had achieved the rank of Emerald. And that was way more than a classroom teacher. That was about double the income. And then this past May, I was able to walk away from the classroom as a Sapphire and had made about 6 times what I did in the classroom. So, a little bit about me now. But so when you look at your lifestyle and you look at where you are in your life, if you're young or you're old, or you have a job that you are still new in the career and you love it, but you know that something has to change, because for myself and my husband, it wouldn't have been fair for us to bring children in this world, for him to be gone so many weeks and months at a time, and for me to be loving somebody else's baby more than my own. And so we knew that somebody was going to have to make a decision. And thankfully, because God blessed us with Plexus, we were both able to make a decision to be hopefully the potential parents we want to be. And so now that's the conversation, is like, well, we made the decision. Now what are we going to do? So, but right now I'm totally fine being a dog mom. He's always at my feet when I'm doing a call, so he's here. But tonight I wanted to come to y'all and talk to you a lot about 2 different topics tonight. We have, in a matter of 17 days, and I know the exact of the days because I have posted about it on my team, and I do not shut up about it on my team. If you were on my team page, you would be like, she's talking about it again. Yes, I'm talking about it again because it means that much. Super Saturday. And you may think like, okay, I bought my ticket, or I don't know, it's $20. I mean, that's a whole Saturday. I'd rather be doing something else. I don't know. Or maybe you're thinking about your team right now. Maybe you bought your ticket, but nobody else has, because you haven't maybe gone above and beyond and preached to them how important this is. Guys, I went to my first Super Saturday 2015. So this will be my 3rd Super Saturday. So 2015, I went because my sideline sister, and I know you'll have some sideline sisters on the call, my sideline sister, who I was not benefiting financially from, and she was not benefiting from me financially from, said, hey, let's go to this. I think this could really help us. And at this point in time, we both were silver, and I didn't even know what silver was when I reached silver. My upline called me and said, hey, if you get that girl's AQ to turn on, you'll get $100. And I'm like, what? Like, that's exactly what it was when I went silver. But I didn't look at the rest of the compensation plan then. So I had been silver for 9 months. So you might think, ooh, I've been silver for a long time. Well, I was silver for 9 months. But in my brain, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'll get gold when I get gold, because nobody ever sat there and told me the importance of gold, or what that was, or what that could do for my business, or where I could go. Because at that point in my life, I'm like, I'm a happy teacher. I mean, we make good money. My husband travels a lot, but it's all I know. I didn't think bigger picture. It's like I was too scared to dream. But Super Saturday changed that for me. And I'll tell you about that. So my sideline sister said, let's go. And I said, oh, okay. She's like, well, I just don't want to go to Houston alone. And Houston was our closest one, which is about 2 hours away. And we went. And at this point in time, I had PV, and I was selling product, and I was making a paycheck. I was making a couple $100 a month to get my nails done, buy a purse, go out to dinner, and not have to incorporate my husband in any of the finances. And that's about where I was. I went to Super Saturday, and I don't know if people don't follow them as much anymore, but Lori and Jetty Harrison are a double diamond couple. Lori and Jetty Harrison taught Super Saturday in Houston. I didn't even know who they were. I didn't know what diamond meant. Nothing of that when I walked in. And I remember my friend saying, we were there, and she goes, that girl in front of us, she's a ruby. And I'm like, what's a ruby? Like, I didn't even know what that was. And so she pulls up the comp plan. I'm like, she's making like $40,000 a year selling Plexus. And at that point in time, guys, the rubies make what teachers do in the state of Texas, $40,000 a year. And I'm like, so my eyes have gotten bigger. We haven't even gotten into the venue yet. We're just waiting on our dang name tags at this point. And so I'm like, what? She's 40,000. She's like, yeah, she's a ruby. And I'm like, well, crap. Let me sit here. Like, her crap don't stink. Let me make sure I'm on my best behavior. And we get in, and Lori and Jetty Harrison start pouring into us. And and today I am so blessed to say Lori's my friend. I absolutely love Lori. Oh my gosh, I just love her. But at that point in time, I didn't know how powerful she was. And I'm sitting there for 4 hours from 12 to noon. And I remember my husband texting me saying, like, when are you coming home? Like, should I go ahead and make dinner plans? And I'm kind of like in and out. And then it was a cold and rainy day. Like, I could have made every excuse not to go. And the night before was my sister's birthday. It was her 30th birthday. So needless to say, we had a little fun. And I had a headache. So I could have made every excuse not to go that day. Like, literally could. 2 hours, raining, cold, had a headache. My husband was off work for like the first time in months. I could have said no. But that shows you that God had different plans for me and where my butt needed to be that day. And I remember about 2 hours into Super Saturday, I completely had chills over me. It was like the Holy Spirit took a hold of me and said, this is where you need to be. Listen. Listen clearly and listen loudly. And I started crying. Like, and I'm a hard shell. Like, I really am. Plexus has made me a lot softer over the past 2.5 years. But before, it was like, no, like nobody's getting in my bubble. And I'm sitting there and I'm crying. And my friend, I look at her and she's crying. I'm like, you're crying? She's like, yeah. She's like, I'm like, I'm crying. I don't know why I'm crying. What are you crying for? She's like, I don't know. And so we're sitting there crying at Super Saturday. And I honestly, to this day, could not tell you what made me start crying. But I know now that it had to just be the Holy Spirit. It had to be God. And I will never apologize for using him when I teach about Plexus, because he's the reason that I'm here today. But I left Super Saturday 2015 completely uplifted, knowing without a doubt I would be one of those rubies, senior rubies, emeralds, sapphires, diamonds one day. I knew that. I said, I'm going to do that. These people are just like me. They love a product. And at this point in time, I'd already lost 30 pounds on the product. My dad had already lost about 50 on the product. And like, I mean, there was things that I had belief. That was never not the belief. I just never dove into the comp plan to know that someone like me, a small town teacher, could do something like this. And so when I left that day, I came home that night. We didn't get home till about 10 o'clock that night. And when I got home, these are the first words out of my husband's mouth. Because when I got home, I'm like, Plexus. My husband said, did you join a cult? Those were his exact words to me. Did you join a cult? I'm not lying to you. He's in another room. He would tell you today. And I was like, what do you mean did I join a cult? And he's like, you have not stopped talking about Plexus for like 2.5 hours. I'm like, I don't even know what it is. But like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get a Lexus, and I'm going to be a diamond one day, and we're going to like da-da-da-da. And it's like, everything was coming out of me. I was vomiting everything Plexus. And I'm like, and this woman, Jetty and Lori, and they like did this together, and you can do this with me. And he's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, don't, but hey now. And I'm like, no, this is awesome. So I'm like high on life over here, and he's a skeptical husband. So if you have a skeptical husband right now, I'm going to tell you, it's okay. Like, it is okay. It's not the end of the world that he is being towards you. So, guys, to talk about belief that was built in that chair is an understatement. There was not belief built in that chair for me. My life changed. And I have never dabbled. I have never wavered. I have never decided 1 foot on the rock, 1 foot out, maybe, maybe not. No. 2015 Super Saturday for me changed my freaking life. And I decided that day, it was in January, and I was silver. Remember, I'd been silver for 9 months because I didn't even know what to do and what not to do. I didn't know how to even kind of wanted to recruit people. I started working that business legit. I did everything that I could. I would stay up late and watch YouTube videos. I would listen to everything. My car was a university on wheels. I put anything that I could on Bluetooth into a podcast, into an Amazon Audible to make me think like a leader, believe that I was something important. I started speaking out loud to myself of affirmations. I'm driving down the road saying, I'm going to be emerald. Plexus is going to change my life. I am going to meet people today that Plexus is going to change their life. Not lying to you. I still do this stuff today. So you might think she's a little bit crazy. You know what? Affirmations are huge. They're so huge. And I started telling my husband, hey, you might want to start drinking this Plexus stuff because one day I'm going to have a free Lexus in the garage and it's going to look really bad when you don't even know what it tastes like. And he's like, I don't need that stuff. He's oil filled, which means he drinks Monsters, Dr. Pepper, coffee, Jack in the Box, McDonald's. He lives on the road. The last thing he wants is health. So I just kept on. You might want to try these products one day. I mean, they'd help you with your energy. Da, da. And he'd seen my body, y'all. He's the man who's seen me naked. He's seen me lose 30 pounds. And he knew that this had happened. Well, I just kept on him. After 7 months of keeping on him, he walked in the door one day and said, give me some of that pink stuff. And he didn't even say stuff. He said another 4-letter word that started with the word S. And he said, give me some of that pink stuff. And I was like, what? Never thought that that was coming, ever. And he said, I mean, at this point in time, guys, I was probably Ruby, senior gold Ruby. And he didn't jump on that train until then. And I was bringing home money too, you know, and he was like, I mean, I don't even know where this money's coming from, but like, woo, good job, babe. Like, keep it coming, but I don't even know. So that January was Super Saturday. March, that same year, so we're talking January, February, March, we're talking 2 months later, I ranked gold on March 17th and senior gold on March 30th. I double ranked that month. And I will tell you, the only reason I double ranked that month is because of everything that I did for the past 9 months. Everything that I had done at that point in time, me reading, me watching, me doing, and me fully believing in these products. So after I went to Super Saturday, I came home and I told everybody they were basically dumb to not get on these products. It's like me having Tylenol in my purse and you telling me I got a headache and me not sharing with you. So I went to it at a different standpoint. I didn't look at it as I'm selling, I'm prospecting, I'm hunting, I'm attacking, oh, plexus. I'm like, this girl told me she's hungry and I got a granola bar. I got to share. That's the mindset I went with these people. So if you've told me, oh, I've just had a stomach ache, I'm just having trouble sleeping, I'm like, girl, what you doing? You know? And I did everything I could. And I'm not going to tell you sacrifice your family. I'm not going to tell you to do that. But I will tell you, I made sacrifices that did involve my family and did involve date night and did involve Friday night going out and did involve doing things that I did if not. You could have basically disconnected cable in our house. I never turned it on the TV because if I had downtime, guys, I taught 12 hours a day because I devoted so much to these underprivileged children. So I taught all day long and I can't have my cell phone on during that day. I've got to teach those babies. They need me. And I'd come home and I would do everything I could to pour into Plexus, contacting people, training myself, talking to people, building belief. I would legit get Skinny Pop and a glass of wine and watch diamond documentaries like I was watching a movie. And I'd watch 2 hours worth. And I'd sit there and I'd be like, that's me. That's me. Watch me one day until my husband at the beginning was not watching them. But later on, a few months later, he's like, what's that girl's story? I'm like, she's a teacher just like me. And he's like, really? You know? So I had enough belief for our entire house. I didn't care if he believed or didn't believe. He ain't leaving me. I'm not leaving him. We said I do. We said a vow. And you know what? I was through him through thick and thin through oil field. He's going to be with me through Plexus. So if you think my husband's skeptical, he's kind of being an a-hole right now, honey, you've been with him. Okay? Like, you've been with him through his crap. He's going to be with you through Plexus. He is. You keep on and you keep being the best thing life you can and you prove him. And that's going to keep you going even more. So when he's like, I don't know, Plexus, that should make you pull in another $100. And that should make you pull in another $300. And he's like, ooh, Plexus. So that's how you do that. You keep trucking. And then guys, the rest is history from there in my story. So to say Super Saturday did something to me, no. So the first Super Saturday, I went as a silver ambassador with no team members. 2016 Super Saturday, I went as an emerald ambassador. With me in Houston was 65 teammates, and across the country was 78. Okay? So to say that I didn't work that year is an understatement. So if you're going this year, write it down, circle the day and say, I'm going as a silver ambassador with no teammates. And then you go to next year's calendar in January and you circle it and say, I'm going as a senior Ruby with 50 plus teammates, and you claim it into existence. Because when I left Super Saturday 2015, we were in that car for 2 hours coming home. I told my friend Kelsey, I said, when I come back next year, I'm driving my Lexus. I am. Like, I am doing this, and I'm coming, and people are coming with me, and they're going to have the belief in the life-changing that I did. And I told my husband that, who still didn't believe at that point in time. And you know what, guys? Excuse my language. I'd be damned. I went back the next year as an Emerald Ambassador in my Lexus with a husband who sat behind me, right beside me. He was taking notes, and he went as a Senior Gold Ambassador. Okay? So if you've got anything against you, I'm going to tell you right now tonight, you shut up, you clean your slate, and you make a new vision for yourself and your team and your family. Stop cold turkey tonight and say, this is a new story. I've got 17 days until Super Saturday, and I'm writing down my rank. I'm writing down my time. I know this is happening in 365 days to make a difference in my life. And the only way that you're going to be able to know that you've done that is by you actually doing it. If you go home and watch Netflix, I can help you. I didn't watch Netflix. I didn't do that. If you go home and catch The Bachelor live, and I'm a Bachelor freak, I want to know who got that rose. You know what? If you go watch it live, I can help you. I don't know that. I watched it. It took me a week to watch the 1 hour episode just to get like 10 minutes here, 5 minutes here. I can help you with that. So if you think, I want to be Jewel, I want to go do that, I want to retire my husband, I want to retire myself, I want the Lexus, that's what I want, there has to be sacrifices. And I'm going to tell you the blunt, honest truth. If you're working your business 15 minutes a day or 30 minutes a day, it's not enough if you want to be a Jewel. It's not. You hear from people, nooks and crannies. Very true. Nooks and crannies. I taught all day long. I could not do plexus from 7 a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. Nope, nope, nope. But you come home and you work it and you do it. So what does it mean to you? Now, if you're somebody and you're saying, Jill, I just want $300 in my pocket. Okay, cool. Then that's not you. Then you can work your business 15 minutes a day, 30 minutes a day. You want to go to Hawaii. You want to go to the Diamond Trip. You want to go to Nordstrom's. And I'll tell you guys, you do want to go to Nordstrom's. That was one of the best days of my entire life to go to Nordstrom's. Talk about take your husband through Nordstrom's, which he's never even been to Nordstrom's, and then he doesn't have to spend any money, and he's just sitting there like, and my husband's a cowboy. He is an old bull rider, oilfield man. Like, he's like, what in the world is Tory Burch and this and that, and I don't even know. And so you want to be at those things. I have 3 big checks from Plexus, the big ones. You want those things. You might think, oh, no, maybe I could never. No, you do. You want those things. You want to do this. If you're not doing it for anybody else, do it for yourself. Tell yourself that you can do something different. You're not just mom. You're not just teacher. You're not just the banker. You're not just the retail worker. That you can do more because you deserve to do something like this. So, number 1, if you don't have a ticket to Super Saturday, go get the dang ticket. And number 2, if you have not told your team, guys, the importance of Super Saturday is huge. We need to get there because there is nothing like surrounding yourself with people where you want to be. Guarantee you, go sit in a room of Super Saturday or whatever, and I'll guarantee you when they say gold, stand up, and if you're not gold, you're going to be looking at every single gold, and you're like, what's she doing? What's she wearing? What's she got going on? What's her name? Y'all see her name tag? When they say senior golds, you're going to go, oh, senior golds. When they say rubies, your eyes are going to get even bigger. When they say senior rubies, and I guarantee you, when they say emerald, you're going to get like whiplash neck, and you're going to look around at every single buddy who's in the room who's emerald, and your eyes are going to remember their face. You're going to remember their name because that's where you want to be. When they say sapphires, you're going to remember. When they say diamonds, you're going to remember because you envision yourself at that. If you want to be that, go surround yourself with the people you want to be. Do not feel that it's weird, okay? And as a sapphire, I can say this. I can't tell you how many times I've been stopped to take a selfie, stopped to someone to hug me. I had a line of people wanting to talk to me in Vegas. It's just, and in Leaders Retreat. That's not weird. Don't feel like you're the weird one to say, hi, Jill Renfro, you've inspired me. Can I take a picture? Can you talk to me? That is fabulous. Go do it. Because every person who's Emerald, Sapphire, or Diamond has done that at some point in time. I waited in an hour line to go see Lori Harrison and go, oh my God, you changed my life today. And then when I saw her again the second time, I was Senior Ruby. And she was like, I remember you. And I'm like, yeah, I'm Senior Ruby. And she was like, oh my God. And the next time I saw her, I was Emerald. And she sat down and had a appetizer with me. And the next time I saw her, and then legit, I had a meal with her later on. So like, It's okay. Do not feel I'm weird or I don't want to stand in line. I mean, they're normal people. Yes, we're normal people, but they're people to where you want to be and people that inspire you. That's not weird. I would hope that my team who's across the country in different states from me take the time and the effort when they're in the elevator and they see a girl's name tag say Ruby. I hope they say, "You're Ruby?" And I hope they say, "What do you feel help got you to Ruby?" I hope I trained them that much for them to say that and branch out. And I hope they come back to me and say, "Jill, I met Jane Smith and she's Ruby and she said this about her story and I can relate to her. I'm following her on Facebook now." Good, because you need to be following people and seeing people that where you want to be. So stop with the whole like, oh my God, I don't know. Moral to that story is get your butt to Super Saturday. Second moral to the story is if we're going to talk about being the word stuck. I don't use this word stuck. I hate the word stuck. I can't even make eye contact with y'all when I say the word stuck because I hate stuck. If my team comes to me and messages me and say, "Oh my God, I feel stuck. I've been at silver for 7 months. I've been at gold for 14 months. This is my response to them. And anybody on my team could tell you this. I say, "Are you not willing to grow?" That's the first words out of my mouth. Are you not willing to grow? 9 times out of 10, I get, "Well, yeah." Okay, then you're not stuck. Stop saying you're stuck. Are you not willing to grow? "Well, yeah, I'm willing to grow." Okay, now I want you to tell me, what are you doing to grow? Tell me your day. Tell me your plexus day. Tell me how you sit down and work your plexus business. When you have a free Saturday and your husband's gone and your kids are at somebody's house spending the night, what do you choose to do? Like, well, I watch, Mistresses. Okay, well, there you go. Prime example. What do you do at night after your kids are down at nighttime? You've done bath, you've done dinner, you've done bed, you've kissed your husband, he's pat, he's snoring. What do you do? I go to bed. Honey, I hate to say this to you. You got to stay up after your family. You do. I'm not telling you to not sleep, no, because you need sleep. Does your family go down at 9, 10 o'clock? Well, then you need to stay up till 11, 1 hour later. Does your family go down at 10:30? Well, then you're up till 11:30. You are. What time does your family get up in the morning? Well, my kids are up at 6:15. Well, then you probably need to get up about 5:30. You do. And you need to make you time. And you need to prioritize. You need to make sure, do you have some quiet time to get some things done? Walk through that. What are you reading right now that's growing you? Well, I don't read any books. What are you watching right now? Are you watching Sonia Dudley, Sarah Marble, Melissa Eichenhorst? I should be able to spit out these names and you should be like, "Oh my God, yes, I love Tara Castaneda. I'm watching her videos until I'm blue in the face." Good, because that's who you need to surround yourself by. And if they're like, "Oh, I don't know her," well, then no, they're not digging. So are you not willing to grow? So ask yourself that if you feel stuck tonight. And you say, "Well, I have been silver for 10 months. Well, it sounds like to me you're not willing to grow." And you might say, "Well, yeah, I am." Well, what are you doing to grow? Because insanity, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Are you doing the same thing today you were doing last month? If your answer is yes, then why do you expect to grow? I'm a sapphire today, and what I do this month isn't even the same of what I did 6 months ago as an emerald. No. Heck no. And what I did a year ago? No. And 2 years ago? No. Because at different ranks in your organization, in your business, you should be doing more work because you got more people who need you. You've got more things to do. You've got bigger responsibilities, bigger training. But you do need to be able to prioritize. Am I going to tell you at silver you should be giving 8 hours a day to plexus? No. Gosh, no. If you're doing that, then you have time management issues and you need to go listen to a book about time management. You do. And you need to really figure that out. And you need to ask for help through your husband. It's okay. Tell him he needs to make hot dogs twice a week and you'll eat them. Who cares if you survive on bagel bites? Praise the Lord, he went to the store. If he got the wrong butter, who cares he got the wrong butter? Girlfriend, he got butter. That's what you have to tell yourself. We've got to give up on some things. And I had to do this prime example. I'm very OCD, to the point to where if the shower curtain's not closed, I almost can't sleep at night. If there's dishes in the sink, it bothers me. If the remote's not in the same spot. But I will tell you, through my journey of about senior gold to almost sapphire, because through that whole time, I'm working another job. I'm a teacher. But about senior gold to about almost sapphire, all that had to go out the window. And I had to say, you know what? My husband helped me with laundry today, and even though he didn't do it, that laundry stayed in that washer a lot longer than normal and I had to start it again because it smells like mildew. Whatever. It's not worth the heartburn, ladies. You know what? Everybody survived off turkey sandwiches for the 3rd time this week. Okie dokie. Fabulous. We're eating. And you have to have the communication with your shareholder. And this is something, I don't know if any of you were at Leaders Retreat, but Carrie Wilkerson was our guest speaker at Leaders Retreat, and she was also our guest speaker in Hawaii for all the jewels. So we were honored enough to get to hear her before everybody else heard her at Leaders Retreat. And she said, you've got to have the conversation with your shareholder. And your shareholder is the person you live with. Is it your husband? Do you live with your parents? Do you live with your husband and your 4 kids? Like, who do you live with? Do you live with a roommate? The people in your home need to be involved. And this is where I screwed up in the beginning. I did not involve my husband, Dakota, because he was so skeptical. There were certain things I didn't involve him with. He didn't know what it meant that I was getting another team member, that my PV went up, or that I was on a training call. To him, this is what work looks like. And he's like, so he's like, this is what work looks like. And he's like, are you playing on Facebook? Why? Could have easily have told him, no, babe, look what I'm doing. I'm engaging people and I'm talking to them. I should have done that, but I had to do that later on. So talk to your shareholders. Tell them what you're doing. Tell them your goals for your family. You say, babe, I'm retiring you. Kids, what do y'all want to do? When mommy goes Emerald, where are we going? We're going to Disney World? Okay, let's put that on a vision board. Where are we going? And if you say, okay, at Emerald, when we get our Lexus, guys, what kind of color are our seats going to be? Let's look at them on the computer. Involve your husband and your kids. Mom, we want the red seats. Okay, let's put that on our vision board. Involve them in it. Because for a little while, I got a power kick on this is my business, my baby. I've done it. Oh my God, back away. And it took a long time for me to be able to ask my husband, hey, can you come in here and help address postage to me and labels to me and read the backup orders that haven't gone through. And today he's happy and helping and doing, but I should have been able to do that in the beginning. So if you're not involving your shareholder, involve them, talk to them. And if you think you're stuck, ask yourself tonight, am I not willing to grow? So I hope you got something from tonight, and I hope I spoke something to you, and you don't just think I'm a wacko badacko.
Oh my gosh, Jill, you are so good. That's like exactly what we needed. I completely have like multiple pages of notes here, and I'm sorry my son was like in and out. Like
I can't tell you how many calls like a half-naked man has walked in the background of my screen, and I'm like, you can't do that, man.
Yeah. That's hilarious. Oh. Yeah, he wanted the phone the whole time, and I kept telling him no, but he didn't listen. Anyways, I'm super excited. Thank you so much for being on our call. I want to get a picture real quick. If everybody will just smile, we'll take one real fast. Awesome. You guys rock. Thank you so much, Jill, again. We're going to have this call on YouTube. So thank you.